Hey guys, I am back from my social media break, and today I'm going to be giving you a little update on how it went, anything that I learned, a little life update, some situations that occurred while I was away. I'm going to give you guys a little update for the channel and kind of some different ideas and some clarity that I received while I was away. And so we're just gonna chat for a while like friends who haven't seen each other for a little while, because that's definitely the way that I feel having been away for about 30 days. So grab your coffee and get a comfy blanket and let's chat. So before we get into the video, I do want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are not familiar with Skillshare, Skillshare is an online learning community where anyone can discover, take a class, or even teach a class. It is an amazing resource for us homeschooling moms, especially to demonstrate lifelong learning to our kids. There are thousands of classes that you can take on there, things that you could even bring into your homeschool, or things that you just feel like you want to learn a little bit about. I'm going to get more into that in the video as I talk about some things that I did on my social media fast, but I wanted to quickly thank them for sponsoring today's video, and I will give you guys more information as we go through this video. But as always, the links are down below in my description box, as well as pinned in the comments of this video if you're on your mobile device. You can get 2 months free of Skillshare Premium by using my link, and I promise you, you will not regret tapping into your own creativity and learning something new. It really can recharge you, and I'm going to get more into that as we get into the social media update. Okay, so the first thing that you guys are probably noticing for this little update is that I am back to my short hair. Long story short, I am just I'm way less maintenance than I want to believe that I am. And so sometimes I do these things. Actually, this was the first time I've ever done anything like that with the hair extensions, where I think like, oh, that'll be so fun. It might make my life easier because, you know, people say long hair, like it holds the curl and then I won't have to do it as much, and so on and so forth. And it really just ended up not being for me. I am very I like to feel cute and put together, but I do not like to spend hours doing my hair. And so needless to say, before we went on our beach trip to San Clemente, California, which I will talk about in this video as well, one of the back rows of hair, because they were the hand-tied hair extensions, was slipping down. The beads had gotten loose, and so I went to my hairdresser and she was gonna have to remove it and then re-put it in. And I had already decided that I really wasn't a huge fan, but I was gonna leave them in because I spent so much money on them. And anyways, I just ended up taking them out, and I feel so much better, so much lighter. Just for me, I truly only do my hair maybe twice a week, once for church and once for filming. And then the rest of the time it's up for the gym. Like I'm a low maintenance gal. And so yeah, I feel better, back to my natural state here. So for this video, I'm gonna kind of go in order. So that was just like a little personal update. So the social media update was, the update on my social media fast was that it was pretty good. It showed me truly that I am not addicted to social media, so that was encouraging. I didn't feel any urge personally to like log in or anything like that. I did have to log into YouTube a couple of times because I had some, brands that I was working with that needed me to do something and whatnot. So I can't say that I was 100% off of all social media for the time that I said I was going to be, but I can say that about Instagram. I did completely stay off of Instagram and Facebook. I did have to log into my personal YouTube And like late at night while we were on vacation, we were really close to our kids, but our kids go to bed earlier than us. And so I watched maybe 5 YouTube videos at night, on my phone, like hidden under the covers, just because I wasn't quite tired yet. But that was the extent of my social media usage. So being like everyday social media using to not at all, I was very encouraged that I didn't feel the urge or the impulse to get back on social media. Some other things that I noticed with being away from social media that I just feel like sharing with you guys is that, people say that it is kind of like a false sense of connection because we're watching everyone's lives, but we're really not connecting with those people. I will say that that does feel true. On a regular daily basis, when I am using social media, I probably have hundreds of interactions with people throughout the day. And when I step away from social media, I truly only hear from 2 or 3 friends, and that's on a good day. So it is really weird to go from so much interaction to not any at all. And it just reminded me to not use social media as a way of like feeling like I'm connected to the person. But if I want them to know that I care or that I like whatever they're doing, to take the time to like call them. I don't call people, I'm going to be honest, but like text them personally or something like that. So that was kind of interesting. While I was away on my social media fast, I listened to a ton of Sally Clarkson podcasts. And one of them was, I wrote it down here so that I can share it with you. It's called Nothing Separates Us, I think. And she quoted something in that podcast that you guys should listen to if you haven't already, that really, really, really stuck out to me because it had been something that I was kind of feeling already. And then like, how it is when God like shows you the same thing over and over again. And I was like, wow. And then like there's more to it than that. So let me just share it with you. So I'm paraphrasing, but basically she said that she herself was so idealistic about people and things, meaning that she created like these huge like ideas and expectations and like and it's good, and like you plan and you pray and you dream about whatever this is going to look like. It can be homeschool, it can be your friendship, it can be your marriage, it can be a vacation. I'm going to get to that. But she said that she was so idealistic that even normal things happening would cause her great disappointment. And that was just so much wisdom for me in my life because I do that. I dream up these wonderful things and my heart is pure and in the right place and it's not wrong, but then I get so disappointed when it's really just normal life stuff, And so that really stuck out to me. And you guys will see why as I share more about our little life update thing once I get through this social media portion. While I was away on social media fasting break, I also read an entire book, which for me is an accomplishment. I read a ton to my children, but I don't personally love to read all that much. I know, isn't that sad? But it's just true. But I did read a book by C.S. Lewis called Mere Christianity, and boy, if you want a book that is going to challenge your brain cells and make you like have to read a paragraph and reread it several times to like grasp it, I recommend that book. It was really good, really amazing. I loved reading his writings. I've read so many of his quotes over the years, but I've actually never read an entire book by him. And so that was really wonderful, and I really enjoyed that. And the other things that I just want to mention that I noticed about being away from social media is that I have a lot more creative energy to like do different things. Like sometimes at the end of the day, I just feel so drained that I don't even have enough brain cells to watch like an interesting documentary on Netflix or something like that. I go immediately to my social media and just mindless scrolling or checking in with my friends, and nothing is wrong with that. But I noticed that at the end of the day, I actually wasn't always feeling that way. And so I watched a lot of really interesting documentaries on Netflix that I had on my queue forever. And then I also took some classes on Skillshare that I want to share with you guys. They have so many classes. I like have notes down here because there are so many, and this is just a fraction of them. So if you want to click the link down below, go to the website, check it all out. I mean, there is something for everyone on there, and it's just a great way to spend your time intentionally, like learning something new or tapping into your creative side or improving a skill versus just wasting hours on social media at night. So they had classes on graphic design, photography, animation, creative writing, entrepreneurship, marketing, and my personal favorite were the lifestyle classes. There was a class on creating a macrame hanging that I watched with my daughter, and she is like so excited to do that. We watched it before we had the supplies, but now we wanted to see if it was something we could actually do. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. She wants to hang one in her room. And then if you guys know anything about me, I have tons of fake plants around my house because I have a black thumb. Well, I have taken on a new task of keeping plants alive, and I'm doing pretty well. But under the lifestyle tab, they had classes on how to care for houseplants, picking a perfect house plant. And so I just was watching some videos on that and learning things versus just mindlessly scrolling away. So I really enjoyed feeling like the creative side of me kind of waking up, and I wasn't expecting that, but I do realize that the nighttime social media usage for me, I'm very disciplined during the day to not always be on my phone. But at night, once the kids are away and my husband's away, then there I go. And so I'm gonna be better balanced about that. But I really, really, really enjoyed the Skillshare classes. So again, use the link down below. You can get 2 months free of the premium membership, and you can cancel anytime. There's no hidden fees or anything like that. But I just think it's a great way for us moms to model that lifelong learning to our kids and then bring what we learn into our homeschool as well. So now on to the YouTube channel update that I wanted to give you guys. While I was away, I decided that I am going to be changing my uploading days. For years past, I have always uploaded Monday, Wednesday, Friday when I have 3 videos. I 95% of the time have 3 videos a week. But when I only have 2, I would upload Monday and Wednesday. Moving forward on my channel, I am committing to uploading 2 times a week, Monday and Tuesday. And if there is a 3rd video, which I always try to do, and like I said, I have like a 95% rate about having 3 videos a week, it will be on Thursday. So you can look out for videos from me Monday, Tuesday, Thursday instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I noticed that my videos perform better on those days, and so I'm gonna try that new uploading schedule. The time will still be the same. You guys can wake up with me. The video will be up for you guys. So I wanted to update you on that. I also wanted to update you guys that I purchased a new camera, and I spent a lot of money on this camera. It's charging right now. It just arrived actually, and so I want to, I hope you guys can tell, but I'm excited about having a brand new camera to hopefully give you guys even better video quality as far as like vlogging our homeschooling days and things like that. For sit down videos, it doesn't really matter a ton, but I feel like there'll be some differences. So look out for that as you know, as we keep sharing our journey here on YouTube. So now I wanted to give you guys kind of more of the life update, which is kind of sad news. So you guys know that I took this social media fast to kind of rest, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to really rest. We were under like a literal spiritual attack. And from the point that I am filming this, we still are experiencing like just unheard of things. The first thing was that when we got back from our vacation, our dog that we have had from 13 years died tragically. And this was my kids' first experience with death and loss of something that they love, and so that was extremely painful and still is very painful to talk about, and we're all just still processing that and getting through that. So if you guys have any advice or tips on helping kids grieve loss, I would love that. Leave them down below. That happened like 2 days after we got back from our vacation. While we were on our vacation in California, my husband got a extreme case of sciatica that was completely debilitating. He could not move, he could not walk, and as of this day today, he still is not able to really do anything at all. He's in constant excruciating pain, and we've done chiropractor, we've done stretching, we're doing all the things, and he's just not getting any relief. So that has also been very difficult to deal with just as a family and as his wife. And, living with chronic pain is not, what I want for him. So I am praying and hope that you all, by the time you see this video, I hope that it will have been resolved. So be praying for his complete healing and restoration if you are a praying individual. Also on the vacation, there was fraud on our checking account, and so I had to cancel like my debit card and all of that. And then 2 days after our dog passed away, I was driving just down a road near our house, and there's a lot of new construction, so there are rocks and gravel in the road, but that's just a normal occurrence. I was driving home from taking my son to his practice, and there was gravel across the road, but I didn't think anything of it. There were no like giant rocks that were alarming, so I just drove over it as I do almost daily, and something happened with a rock in the wheel, like the bumper part where the wheel is, I don't know what that's called, and it completely like pushed it out and damaged it on our brand new car. And I actually have an appointment this afternoon to go and get the estimate on that, so I don't even know how expensive that's gonna be. But you guys, it's been rough around here, and literally do not feel rested. The social media break was great, but I am not coming back here to this space feeling like so rejuvenated, because I feel like the minute I stepped away, life just hit me. And that is what I bring back to the point I shared with what I was sharing about Sally Clarkson, was that, I had family vacation. It only happens twice a year. And I had just all these wonderful expectations and like dreams of what we were going to do, because we went last year and we had the absolute perfect week. And so I feel like God gave me that so that I could handle all of these things a little bit better. But I am struggling, and it's been really, really hard for all of us. So that is going to be it for this life update. I just wanted to get back on here and let you guys know that I'm back live time. I'm back on Instagram, so make sure you're following me over there. And I just wanted to let you guys know kind of what's been going on in my life over the past 3 weeks. We've been preparing for our homeschool year, so I'll have more on that coming for you guys. I'm going to do a whole exciting week when we go back to our school routine, and I'll tell you guys more about that in another video. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Thank you guys so much for your support while I was away. It means a ton to me that you guys continued to support me and allow me to just take a breather as much as I could. I truly appreciate you guys for all your love and support. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one really soon. Bye guys.